and the impossible stories. Now, Paul Chek, I'm quoting Paul Chek, what he said one time is that if you repeat a lie so many times, people will start to believe you. Hitler said this in his book, Mein Kampf. So he said he was in the 82nd Airborne as a trooper. But I thought it was a bit weird that when you look online, there's only 2 photos. There's one of him fixing or doing something with a helicopter, and the other one is of him standing somewhere and he's got a rifle. But he hasn't got the rifle to the side of him in a standing military position. He's got the rifle across his body and there's white writing on the rifle. Now, would that really happen in a high up super duper 82nd Airborne? There's no pictures of him in his full uniform with medals or name tags and stuff like that. In both pictures, he's in khaki. One's he's in plain army trousers, and then the other one is in khaki army trousers with big black boots on. So I was asking myself, why is there no pictures of him jumping out of planes? Why is there no evidence online of his DDT 214 form, which all the soldiers get, in which to prove that he was actually there? Then he spoke about, and in books he said this a couple of times, that he trained the American Army boxing team. But the doctor he was working with is dead. The only thing with saying that you're in the military in America, you can't prove it unless you have the DD214 form. So he's never shown the DDT4 form anywhere online. Then he doesn't show his other comrades that he was in the military with. And there's no photographic evidence online of him training the American Army boxing team. So I'm asking myself the question, if you're really proud that you was in the 82nd Airborne Trooper Brigade, you would have that everywhere. You would go into Paul Chek's gym and it would be on the wall. Him in his outfit that they wear when they pass out. Getting a medal or getting a certificate or getting something. But there's no evidence of that. The same as that there's no evidence of him being a remote viewer. I've asked him to come and remote view my bedroom and tell me what's in there that's quite spiritual to me. But I haven't heard anything back. Then on top of that, if he's a clairvoyant can see things happening in the future. So why didn't he see what Gavin was doing to me and what he did to me in 2013 and how it's going to pan out? When the GDPR thing goes forward, which will be in the next few weeks, if they get caught out, which they will because they withheld my emails from 2013 when it all started, they're going to lose 4% of their income. They will get a fine of 4%. Then on top of that, I will go public with it, so it'll be all over the internet and in the media saying about how an estimated £32 million company bullied their own level 5 practitioner, sabotaged their business by not putting them on the homepage of C.H.E.K, charging a license that has no value anywhere, but makes them over £4,500,000 a year if the numbers are right of 75,000 or 60,000 practitioners worldwide. So I'm asking you, Paul, if you're a clairvoyant, where's the evidence? If you was in the 82nd Airborne Trooper in the American Army when you lived in Canada, how did that happen? So it just don't add up to me. And why would you not be, when you're doing talk at a seminar, flashing up you in your best outfit that you get with the army, your passing out outfit. Why is there no documentation of that? And then I see in the helicopter there was one guy sitting in the cockpit, then you're with another guy, and then you're standing there twiddling with an engine. Now that could be easily faked. And because you said categorically that if you lie so many times, one, you start to believe it yourself, which I think you do, and everyone else will believe you. So how many of your soldier friends that you served with do you still see or would do a video to corroborate what you're saying? Now, when you said that you come to England and you went to a course about remote viewing, and then you said the guy was doing it wrong, so you was going to do it your way, but why would you go in the first place if you thought you knew better than him? And if you found the people in the mountains with using remote viewing, why was it not in major media? Why is it when I search Canada or California, you don't come up anywhere? I know that your army record could be secret because that's what they do in the army or the Airborne. But why would you not make it public in your dress uniform instead of only 2 pictures? They could be faked. They could be not real. So I don't really believe you. And the reason, and you probably don't care anyway, because everyone else believes you, because they're all brainwashed. But really, you should be going, yeah, here's my form 214 to prove, and I'll come and visit you, Scott, to prove that I can do remote viewing, and as a clairvoyant, I know the outcome of what's going to happen in the next couple of weeks or couple of months or however long it takes, because I ain't stopping. I ain't giving up. And so I believe the remote viewing to be a lie. I believe the clairvoyant to be a lie, because these are all things that nobody can prove. Like, I know when I had my healing with you, it was crap. I felt relaxed, that was it. I was thinking for £3,000 you was going to correct my eye that you said you was going to do that you never did, and I was going to get a massive change. And I went to see a shaman in London that when I went to see her, 4 or 5 days I felt completely different. With you, I didn't feel anything. And you said to me, you'll feel it when you get back to the UK. But I didn't feel anything, Paul. And I'm just being brutally honest for other people to know, and for other people to think, wait a minute, Scott's got a point. Why is there only 2 army photos of the Airborne? One of you standing with a gun and you look stoned, your eyes are not even open, and the other one is you on top of the carriage of the plane with an engine with the other guy. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Now, I've got a friend of mine that was in guerrilla warfare and in the army. My uncle was a Royal Green Jacket. My uncle's got pictures everywhere of what he served in Ireland, see kids get killed and everything. I can't remember seeing anything in your office. So why only the 2 photos? Are they fake? Are they real? And why would you not show your form 214 to show that you was really in there? Because that would get rid of all the naysayers like myself, or the people that just don't think it's real. And then with the remote viewing, saying that you rescued 2 guys on a mountain face where there was heavy snow, if that was completely true, that would be in major news, major media. Paul Chek saved somebody. or saved 2. They writ their names in blood. And you would have that on your wall in your gym because you've got such a major ego, you wouldn't hide it. And the same, you would show pictures of you doing massage on your boxers that you've worked on in the American Army and boxing team. So prove to me and to the viewers that I'm completely wrong and I'm barking up the wrong tree. And if we don't see anything, I know I'm completely right and that it's just all BS, hot air for you to market yourself as this amazing guru that's got no formal qualification, which I think is a huge thing that you've achieved, in which to get people to pay for a shitty license that doesn't mean anything, and then to get them to pay, including myself, up to 40k, because we believe what you're saying is true. But if there's no media evidence and no evidence online, the reason why we believe you is because we trust you 100%. But how can we trust somebody that lets an institute staff attack a practitioner? How can we trust somebody where the practitioner pulls out what's going wrong and then gets a threat of the police? And then you wouldn't give me my GDPR information of 2013 when it all started. And obviously GDPR are going to be really strict and they'll look into whether you deleted it or got rid of it. And if you have, that's a criminal offence. And you'll lose 4% of whatever you've earned over the last year. And it doesn't go to me, it goes to the GDPR people. So a bit stupid really, isn't it, that you thought, or Gavin thought that I was a fool and I wasn't going to take it all the way. Remember, you've had the first bomb where you'll see I am #1 in 13 AI overviews, and then obviously my 300 to 400 videos that I've done are all ranking where all your videos are, just spreading the truth, not saying any lies, not threatening anybody, not doing anything against the law, just speaking the truth. And if you believe in the Bible, the truth will set you free. So is it that you've been lying for over 30 years to convince people that you've been a paratrooper, that you can do remote viewing, and that you are a clairvoyant? The clairvoyant has to be the biggest lie ever. If you knew that this was going to happen from 2013 onwards, you would have said to Gavin, leave it out. He's worked hard, he's paid his money, he's an ex-bouncer in a war zone every night for 16 years. Still in a war zone where I live, fucking hell. Nothing's changed, I still have to watch my back everywhere I go. And you know, if you've been in the military, I haven't, but as a doorman of 16 years of experience, you're always watching, you're never switched off. Or like my mate says, you get the copper's nose. And what I mean by that is a copper, if he's in a bar or if he's out and about, he can see the criminals, he can see the bad people, he can see when it's going to kick off. I can do that naturally because of my 16 years of experience. So is it that you lied about the military, or you've just held the photos back? But it just doesn't make sense to me. Why would you not be in all your uniform, proud, with your airborne buddies, standing together in a line, getting your medals or whatever they give you? Why would you not post that? Why is it just one picture, or two pictures, sorry, one of you on the helicopter and one of you standing there looking out of your nut? So it looks like that you were doing out of your nut very, very early. Not just from 2003, but much, much longer than that. But I could be completely wrong. I'm only putting it out there. So come and see me and do this remote viewing. Tell me what's in my bedroom. That's very sacred to me. And then do the clairvoyant thing, where you can come and visit me. And then everything you say, I will never poo-poo again. And I'll even take down any videos that I've said that were wrong about you. That's how much of a genuine person I am. But if you don't come and you don't do anything, everything will stay up forever. Nothing's going to come down. I've given you over, how long's it been now? Over 9 or 10 weeks now. Attacked me 11 times using burner accounts, thinking I wouldn't figure it out. But never mind, I can take it on the chin like a man, and we'll just have to see what happens over the next few months and the GDPR outcome. And then if the GDPR outcome is obviously going to be in my favour, because you wouldn't give me the 2013 information, you're going to get a massive fine. Then it's going to go all over the media, all over AI, so everybody will know exactly what Gavin, Phil Lazide and Matt Walden, I know he stood down now, and Lee Brandon done, which was totally unprofessional, uncalled for. Gavin could have called me and said, "Oh Scott, just pay him. I'll tell you what, I'll pay it, you pay me back." Could have done that. Could have done that. This would not be happening at all. If you'd have come to the table at the first thing when I said just do the decent thing and get in touch, wouldn't have gone this far. But you wanted it to go this far because you thought I was either a pussy or completely thick and stupid because I was an ex-bouncer of 16 years. And before that I was a chef. No, before that I worked at Argos for 2 years, and before that I become a qualified chef. Now, if I was completely stupid and an idiot, I wouldn't have done all them things and survived on the doors for over 16 years. How could I survive that? You've got to be smart, intelligent, quick with your reactions, and be able to be quick when you're talking to somebody on the door as well. No, you can't come in, mate. Then they give you all that, and you've got to be forthright in which to them to back down and walk away. Sometimes it doesn't happen like that. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, me doing a little bit of exposure of Paul and asking just general questions. Was he really in the Airborne? Is he really a clairvoyant? Is he really a remote viewer? Because none of these you have to prove. Do you see what I mean? The only way he would prove with his form 214 is if somebody exposed him and he get pissed off of it. Look, there it is. Look, fucking, I can't. That's the type of thing I would do. And I wouldn't blame him if he did that, because then that way it'd stop all the talking. But the remote viewing and the clairvoyant. So when you're a shaman, it's your skill that sells you. And your reviews that you get from your clients. Same with the Institute. Only 706 good reviews on the website, but on their Google profiles, only 12. When they're supposed to have trained over 75,000 people. So why is there not 1,000 to 2,000 to 3,000 reviews? Doesn't make any logical sense to me. If you're trying to market your business to get more and more bums on seats, more and more people paying for courses. And I've had this said to me as well, which I agree with to a certain degree. If you've never had any complaints or anything go wrong, you're completely fucking lying. It's just normal, it's just life. And if you hide it, you look worse. So Paul, are you a remote viewer? Are you a clairvoyant? And was you really in the 82nd Airborne? Why is there only 2 photos? You should put up a photo of you in all your uniform, standing with other soldiers, not soldiers, airborne guys, and you jumping out of planes, because that's what your job was. Why is there none of that? When there's lots of stuff you want a Swiss ball, there's lots of stuff of you doing crunches, there's lots of stuff of you doing a wood chop and a cable pull and a cable push and chin-ups. But nothing, only 2 photos. And obviously no proof of remote viewing, no proof of being a clairvoyant. Nothing at all. So if you was a clairvoyant, you would have seen this happening in 2013, and when you ostracised me and blocked me everywhere, you would have thought, better not do that. When it hits 2026, it's so funny. Anyway, I better go. I've got some stuff to do, clients to see, and I'll